Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So I wanted to take you all along with me as I'm about to get ready to feed my plants. So my name is Ayana Plants, if we have not met, and what I love to do is to teach new and beginner gardeners how to start, grow, and maintain a flourishing garden. And if you haven't been with us for a while, one of the things that I really like to teach and talk about is developing systems. And so today is my feeding day, and I want to share with you what I am going to feed the seedlings. I also want to show you the seedlings. And this company we have been using for a while, and I am going to make sure that I put a special code in the description so that you can get 15% off. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so before I turn the camera around, I just want to kind of go over my process again. Now, I do not feed my seedlings when I start them from seed until they start developing the true leaves. So with all plants, when they start off, those two leaves, those are cotyledons, and all of them really look the same, and you really can't differentiate what plant is what until the true leaves start to grow. Now, once the true leaves start to grow, that's when I'll go in with a liquid fertilizer, but it's really, the strength is very, very light. And the reason why I do that is because you have some fertilizers that can do what we call burn the plants. You'll start to see it like in the leaves because it's just too strong for them. But that's why I really like to use organic fertilizers. And I also like to use organic as much as possible because I don't find that that happens as often. Because like if you look on the back of the package of just say a regular commercial fertilizer, sometimes that nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, which is the NPK, sometimes it's a high count. And if you try putting that on your seedlings, it can burn. But I'll show you in just a second. Most of your organic fertilizers are a real low count because they, is from organic sources. And so that's why I like it, but I still dilute it down from what the directions say. And then as the plant continues to grow, that's when I will start to increase the strength of it. Okay, y'all, so I'm back in the kitchen again where I probably shouldn't be, but this is, I think, our last day of cold. I actually was moving some of the plants outside. I just got a few more to move, the citrus plants, and then hopefully we will be back on schedule. Now, let me just tell you, we still have February to get through. And I know that January and February are some of the colder months. So if we can make it through February and March, the warmer weather will be on its way. But I did just plant like a flat of some things that I had seeds a little bit older. So I planted them like 2 to 3 seeds per cell tray. We just got some more cilantro. This is the slow bolting kind. I've grown like the heirloom cilantro. But this is the slow bolting, so I want to see how that does. We have some container Swiss chard here, some herbs, and what was that last one? Some herbs. Yeah, all of these are herbs. So they're like the wild zatar, the thyme, and sage. And what is this one? Oh yeah, 2. So we got 2 rows of thyme. But anyway, let's move over here, y'all. So I have 2 more of these trays downstairs, but they are all geranium. I'm telling y'all, this is the year of the geranium. So we're gonna have a lot of geranium, different varieties, but a lot of geranium. So this is why I just bought this one up, because we have like a variety of them. Now, if you've been watching some of our other videos, I shared with you how we soil block these. But when you soil block, you definitely have to have a plan as to potting them up. So I potted them up in these trays that I found. I think they were like 90% off, y'all, at Dollar General. I think they were like, for real, about no more than $1 a piece. Now these, you're only going to be able to use this one time, but you can snap these off. So if these grow a little bit faster and it's time to put them all, out, I could just snap these 6-packs off and then we can harden them off. Now I'm going to try to flash up a picture. Again, these are all different types of geraniums, and I just absolutely love the leaf foliage on some. Some of them look like this, and then other ones are like your traditional, just all green. So they don't have this variation. But back here, we have mulberry shades, pansies. These can go out in the cooler weather. So I have these under the like real grow lights. The last shelf has the red and the blue lights because these are flowering plants. Most of them, except for the winter savory, which I'll show you in just a second. But probably in the next few weeks, I can actually snap these off, start hardening them off, because they'll be so beautiful for the springtime. I think that's what I'm going to do, because when we soil blocked them, I could tell that some of them were, you know, lagging a little bit, but they're starting to pick back up. This one still, this little 6-pack still needs to pick up just a little bit. But this, I know that they're going to be so beautiful. It's just a beautiful shade. So this is the mulberry shades. And then I'm going to also try to put a picture up of these. These are really coming along well too. They were growing a little bit slow, but now since I've started feeding them, which is what we're going to do today, they're picking up. And the same with this winter savory, like it's really starting to take on. That beautiful smell. It reminds me, the smell reminds me, and y'all put it in the comments if you've tried or used winter savory before, but it's like a cross between thyme and oregano, like the smell. I would probably say more on the oregano side, but it's it smells really good. So it's starting to take growth as we feed it. And then it is, we'll be able to harden those off and plant them out very soon as well. So this is what we're going to use today. This is plant food. And like I was sharing with you, the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium is 3-2-1. So that's really low. And the directions, just say for instance, I was just feeding plants. This bottle goes a long way because this is the concentrate. So you dilute it. And what they told me to dilute today, like per gallon, I'm still going to take it. I'm still going to dilute it down just a little bit more. But sometimes I will, with this right here, I'm going to do what's called like a leaf foliage feeding. So that's really why I'm diluting it down even further, because these are still, you know, kind of small, kind of young. And so I don't want to burn the plants. So I'm just going to dilute it down, and, you know, I just kind of switch out. Most of the time I'll do what's called bottom watering so that they can develop good roots. But today I want to do what's called a foliar feeding. So I'm just going to, you know, take my can and dilute it down and just really go over the leaves with the food, and making sure that I document all of this stuff down, because this is how I find different systems and different ways of caring for the plants, is by doing different things like this. But I'm going to write down, you know, like the name, geranium. I did a foliar feed today, and then I just really want to see if it, you know, is it a big difference, the foliar feed versus the root, this way, y'all. I can't get my words out today, versus me putting the food down here. But not only do they have plant food, they have other products too for pest. And then they also sent us out, they also have the like the dry slow release fertilizer that I'm so excited to be able to use. As a matter of fact, I don't know if they have it on their website yet, but they sent it to us to use and to test and to share, you know, our results with it. So let me show you this really quick. Okay, so since I went outside to get the all-purpose fertilizer, I'll show you their other products as well. So we're using the plant food today. We're going to use that for foliar feeding. They also have a biofungicide that is really great. They sent out like a smaller bottle, and we used that up maybe over between the old garden and here. So we have another bottle of that. They also have an insecticide for mites, and then a bioprotectant as well. And this is just to help the plant's immunity system, but really some great products. But what they recently sent out was the all-purpose organic fertilizer, and it's made with biochar, and so it's kind of like the slow release fertilizer as well. Feeds up to 40 new plants, but I thought that this was great. And look what we just talked about, y'all. No synthetic chemicals won't burn plants. That's the thing that you have to think about as well. So I'm excited to try this one. Now, I've tried all of the other liquid products, but I will tell you, I have not tried this yet, but I'm excited to try it. So this is like a new product that they are coming out with. So there are all type of ways to do a foliar feeding. Normally I will have like those spray pumps, and I will put it, dilute it through there and just have it spray. But y'all, it's cold outside and I don't want to go outside and do this. So I'm going to use my regular watering can that I use inside, and I'm going to very slowly pour it over the leaves. That's how we're going to do it today. Sometimes you have to make adjustments, because when I went out there earlier, I'm like, ooh, still a little bit cold to be working outside. But tomorrow again, and later on this week, which is so crazy, it's probably going to be in the 70s. I'll work out there then. But remember, I'm on a time schedule, so I want to go ahead and get this done now. Okay, so what I really also like about it is sometimes the organic fertilizers have a distinct smell, but they've actually scented this with like rosemary oil. So it's not as, pungent as some of the other ones can get, and it actually smells like rosemary in here. So again, I just put it on the leaves. I really want to watch this 6-pack right here, because I'm not sure what's going on, y'all. It's going through some things, and I want to see if it'll slowly but surely go ahead and catch up with the rest of the pansies. But I'm just going to let that air dry on here, and then I'm going to go and get the other 2 trays of nothing but straight geraniums. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for you. I'll make sure that I leave the discount code in the description so you can get 15% off of their products. So we're going to go ahead, finish everything up, and then we will be done for a little while until the next feeding. But as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye-bye.